Hey, this is John Teks, and we're at the N2 Wealth Masters event in Boca Raton, Florida in March 2010, and we're at the second day of the open session here. And the great thing about Wealth Masters is it's not only a conference of the public mass, but it's also a direct, ability for us to speak directly to the people at the event that are responsible at help accelerating wealth, just like Dirk Smith here. And I'm here with Pedro and Dirk Smith, and Pedro's my business partner, and Dirk Smith is responsible for the Wealth Accelerator with Wealth Masters International. And I just want to basically, if you could just describe a little bit about yourself, Dirk, and where your background in all this, and what is Wealth Accelerator, if you could sum it up real briefly.
Sure, John. Well, I've been in the banking business all my life. Not only worked at a bank or additional financial institutions, but I've also consulted to probably 350 or greater credit unions and small banks throughout the country here in the United States. And as a result of that, I understand how money works, how interest works, and so I've always had a passion about money and getting people out of debt and building real wealth. And so we created the Wealth Accelerator that's utilized by Wealth Master that basically does several things. One, it actually changes the way that people look at their money. And so they're using their money to their advantage instead of against them. Mm-hmm. Albert Einstein said one time that people who understand interest earn it, and those who don't actually pay it, and that's really true. And so one of the major goals that we have with the Wealth Accelerator is it literally will change the way that people will look at money. Now, more specifically, it has some very specific goals in mind when we work with our Wealth Master partners, and one of those is to help people get completely out of debt. And when I say get out of debt, I'm talking about paying off all their mortgages, and if they can have multiple mortgages, all of their automobile loans, all of their credit card debt, if they have student loans or any other type of debt, in as little as the average of about 7.9 years is what our clients actually get out of debt instead of 30 years or 25 or whatever that might be. In addition to that, we literally save them hundreds of thousands of dollars of interest they'll never have to pay. So that's number one. Number two, the Wealth Accelerator is actually a system that teaches people how to live on cash and not credit through what we call a planned spending system. And then number three, it's actually a wealth builder. And what I mean by that, John, is that the Wealth Accelerator will actually tell you exactly how much money you can retire on, or the age that you want to retire, and with the amount of money. And the beautiful thing about our system of the Wealth Accelerator along with Wealth Masters is the system is fully automated. And the power of automation really provides the discipline necessary to keep people on target to achieve their personal goals and objectives.
Yeah, man, that's a great sum, and it sounds about as simply as I could put it, because I mean you do a better job at that than I can, because I'm new to the Wealth Accelerator, but I see the power of it, and you've shown me that. I've been blessed by not having any debt, so. But let me ask you that real quick. For someone who doesn't really have debt, how can this Wealth Accelerator help them accelerate their wealth if they don't even have debt right now?
Absolutely. That's a great question, John. In addition, the debt elimination plan obviously is a real big part of our system as far as helping people get out of debt. But in addition to all the other tools or the components, we have a full budgeting process, that teaches people how to gain personal control over their personal finances. See, we really believe that making an income is really not the problem with most people, but it's controlling where that money goes. And through our cash flow management system, or what we call a planned spending system, we actually track every single dollar that's being spent in a particular category, and so they know exactly how much they're spending on their groceries or their gas for their car, utilities, or any other type of expenses they have. That's one other tool. A second tool that we have is, because the system is actually automated, we actually will write an interface with their individual bank. And so every time that they use that account that they put into the Wealth Accelerator, those transactions that's used by that particular banking instrument, like a checking account that we might have with their financial institution, is actually being tracked inside the Wealth Accelerator. In addition to that, we have hundreds of calculators within our system. And so you can literally ask yourself any type of question about the wealth, about your personal finances. For example, what would happen if I added another debt? So let's say you're going to buy a car for $25,000, and so you put in the dollar amount of $25,000 and the interest rate and the payment. You simply hit a calculate button, and it'll give you a report of what that decision will actually do to your overall finances before you actually make that decision. And so then it can give you enough information at your fingertips to make good, sound financial decisions going forward. We have other calculators. What would happen if I change my interest rates or change my payments? And we have all through the system all kinds of resources, how to shop better and how to save a whole bunch of different money. And so the Wealth Accelerator is a comprehensive financial tool that helps you to gain personal control over all your finances, not just a debt elimination plan.
Excellent. So it's almost like, even though I don't have debt right now, and I mean, I'm probably pretty rare for most people.
Yes, you are.
And I'm sure I'm going to be running into some debt in the future. So the Wealth Accelerator actually helps people stay out of debt,
yes,
or serious debt problems and issues.
Yes.
So let me turn it over to Pedro here. Pedro, do you have any questions for?
Yes, it's an honor to meet you, sir.
Thank
first.
you.
And for those people who have no idea of marketing online, is that hard for them to understand how to deal with this program, or step by step?
That's a great question as well. The Wealth Accelerator is an internet-based tool, okay? And so anywhere in the world, now you're from the Netherlands, is that correct?
No, sir, I'm from Brazil. Actually.
You're from Brazil?
I'm just studying.
He's studying Netherlands.
All right.
Yes, yes.
And you're studying over in the Netherlands, okay.
Yes.
So if you're in Brazil, or if you're studying abroad over in the Netherlands, or here in the United States, you can access the Wealth Accelerator anywhere you can get onto the internet. It's protected by a password and a login, and so we provide that to you. You choose your own password to protect it from any type of encryption or those type of problems as well. But we give you step-by-step tools on how to use it. Very simple to use. We provide weekly webinars for people. Some of them are live, others are right on into the back office of Wealth Masters, and all you have to do is actually access your back office, and you'll be able to have the various different tools of how to use the Wealth Accelerator. We do have live webinars. That might be a problem with you guys being, the hours of difference between the two of us, but we can work all that out as well.
It's also recorded too. I mean, that's a great thing about automation with the internet and Wealth Masters, and having an automated system is there's recorded videos. If you miss a live call, you can always catch up with the recorded call.
Absolutely.
I mean, it would be important if you had a specific question, to ask a live question, but you could always maybe plan one webinar to get on to ask a specific question, or just basically catch up with recorded calls to get caught up with any information.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, it's been great to for you to share with people that are watching this video more about the Wealth Accelerator, and you have shown me, and I'm sure you're probably showing people that are watching this video how it can impact their lives in eliminating debt and accelerating their wealth, and just providing all the tools that people need like this to guide their lives to absolute freedom.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, John, for having us on board.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Dirk.
Thank you much,
Sir,
Pedro.
I'm so glad for your opportunity.
Privilege to
Changed
meet
my
you
life
as
already.
well. All righty, good.
Thank you very much.
We like to impact the lives of everybody we come in contact with, so
Great.
that's wonderful.
So you know what to do. You're watching this video. Take action and do the next step, and follow up with myself or Pedro, and get involved with Wealth Masters. Get involved with the Wealth Accelerator, so you can live that lifestyle that you're probably dreaming about right now. So this is John, Teks. It's been great. It's been great.
See you guys soon. Right?
Take care, and God
Bye.
bless.